lot of people are excited for this next game. It looks like they're ready to go. So once again, Kovic, we're going to you. Snapdragon by Qualcomm Gaming Lounge. This is Dead Space 3 co-op.
Yeah. Hello. Hey, Stark. Thank you very much. We're here with our buddy Steven, who we've been talking to for years. Game developer, rock star. Literally, you're in a band, right?
Yes, I played music back in the day.
Well, you're making music of video games now, which is great. And you did bring us a little present here, which is very nice. You guys have seen me on Inside Gaming before. I do always wear my Dead Space shirt, and now I got a new one. Apparently, this is an exclusive. So, and of course,
Full health.
what not be. And so, a little bit for those who don't know, Dead Space 3 is a number that comes after 2. And we're with Isaac and a all new character for this version, right?
That's right. So Dead Space 3 actually features drop in, drop out co-op. The one thing I want to make sure everybody knows is it's drop in, drop out, and it's totally optional. So if you're playing single player, there's no follower AI. It's just the Dead Space everybody's kind of come to expect from 1 and 2. But in Dead Space 3, you actually do have the opportunity to bring a friend along, and that friend plays John Carver, who's an all-new character in the Dead Space universe.
We did see him in a motion comic that came out recently. Now, does this actually affect the story via cutscenes or anything else?
Yeah, that's right. So when a friend jumps into your game, the cutscenes will be slightly different now because Carver is with you, and you'll get some extra story details. You get some banter that you wouldn't normally get in single player, and there's even some side missions that'll unlock once Carver is there. It's really important to note that Carver is in the single player story. It's just when you're in co-op, he's actually with you. So we've done some stuff to make sure that it's divergent at times with Carver and Isaac, so that it makes perfect sense as you're playing.
Very cool. Well, I'm a huge fan of the series, and if I was watching this right now, I would tell the stupid guy to shut up and just let the developer play the game and talk about it.
All right, cool.
So I'm going to do that right now.
Cool. So Sharif's playing with me, and we're in this drill cavern. Where they're at on Tau Volantis, there's an archaeological expedition that was here before. So they had weird contraptions like this here drill. So let's check it out.
We saw a little bit in the trailer that there was like a crash. This is why they're on the planet. They were coming here. They were finding something about the markers, and so I obviously can't talk too much about that. But that's basically the setup, right?
Yeah. So Isaac's kind of been roped into this adventure, like he sometimes has been, and he's actually chasing down a friend when he first gets to this location, and from there things kind of go from bad to worse, and then they're in the middle of all this stuff with crazy drill shenanigans and necromorphs. And check out this guy right here.
What the?
So I could stasis that's an all new enemy.
He's just legs.
Yeah, he's got crazy legs. Let's see if I can pulp this dude. Let me pulp some dudes. Come here, let me knock you. Oh wait, Carver's pulping people.
Oh
Here
wow,
we go.
so you could actually stop the drill with the
Yeah, you can
stasis.
stop the drill. See, I just
Well done.
pulped these dudes, knocked them into the drill. You get some pulpage.
Now, does the game scale in any way, or do you find it to be a bit easier when you have co-op?
The game will and does in fact scale when you have a friend jump in, so that the game remains challenging. And you can actually share items in co-op, so you can share the ammunition, things like that. But the enemies do become more challenging when you're in co-op.
Gotcha. Now, I mean, one thing that's always been huge in Dead Space has been zero-G.
Yep.
Now that you're on a planet, are we going to be able to see any actual zero-G or space type functionality in the game?
Absolutely. Wouldn't be Dead Space without zero-G. That's something we're very proud of.
Gotcha.
And the game takes place in a variety of locations, not just Tau Volantis, but there's a flotilla above the planet where a good deal of Act 1 takes place,
Gotcha.
where Isaac will be exploring ships and going from kind of island to island with zero gravity. So there's quite a bit of zero gravity in the game, and there's a lot of corridor exploration aboard ships. So you're actually going to get to see a lot of the stuff people enjoyed in Dead Space 1 and 2, coupled with co-op and a more organic location, which is Tau Volantis.
Right. Well, I like that. In Dead Space 1, it was very much limited to a ship. There was a little bit extra when we got to see the marker towards the end. And then 2 I liked it was the big space station. And now it seems like you're even going bigger, because you'd be silly to think that the game takes place entirely on just one planet.
Yeah, I mean, this one of the
poor
things.
game design.
One of the things that's really important with this particular iteration of the game is we want to answer questions for our fans, the people that really like Dead Space. They want to know more about the markers. They want to know what the connection between the markers and Isaac and the necromorphs really is about. And this game's all about answering those questions.
Yep.
And without giving out any spoilers, people are going to get to find out a lot of things that they've been asking about in this game.
Now, there was a rumor that came out really early on that you guys had switched your tech to the Frostbite engine. Looking at the game right now, it looks very familiar to those who have played the game. I'm guessing you guys are still using your Godfather engine, right?
Yeah, we're using what we call visceral tech, and yeah, it's the same engine we've made all the Dead Space games on, and we're very happy with it. We've done a lot to enhance it and make it look better. As you can see, we're actually rendering 2 players on the screen, and the visuals are better than our previous games. So the team has done a fantastic job of really squeezing every last bit they can out of this generation.
Yeah.
And adding in co-op has been a tremendous effort, and the team has just been nailing it.
It is definitely one of the prettier games out there. I mean, even going back and playing part 1 before part 2 came out, I remember thinking, this game has aged very well. It's still hands down one of the best lighting systems I've seen in a video game. So, I mean, even looking at this sunset, it like looks gorgeous. Like this
giant Nexus monster.
Well, he's just in the way of the beautiful sun.
Yeah, it's true. Can you move, please, monster?
Yeah, it's. God damn.
Now I'm just trying to light this guy up. Oh, here come these feeder enemies. Those are new enemies. What's cool, what you'll notice here is when I'm not getting